Good afternoon. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? Doing really well. Just had a bit of lunch on for a slightly later Saturday stream than usual. I need to dive into similar stream to what we've been doing the past couple of days. Sea of Thieves at the start and then Balatro at the very end. Naturally, as we always do, we get straight into to get everything all nice and all warmed up. Get straight into what's happening in the world of sport. Just 1 second. Make sure that's on mute so I don't get in trouble. Boom. Naturally, of course, one of the main talking points is the game to the NBA Finals. And of course, that's sort of the heartbreaking loss for the Spurs. Sort of Wemby's costly turnover, and I hope the series isn't decided off the back of it, but you could very easily see, or I could very easily see, even despite their great run, the Spurs very easily coming back in the series, very easily, and hope it's not he's not remembered for it. But I suppose pleasingly for him, it happened in game 2 rather than deciding game 4, 5, 6, or 7. I suppose that's the overarching thing. And one thing that crossed my mind in baseball, and obviously this is so it's been, the salary cap point I know has been going on for a while. And with the Dodgers' rise of dominance over the past couple of years, with their maneuvering around the salary cap, naturally saw this and it caught my eye. And I think he's very much missing the point in terms of the salary cap will always mean the top players will get the big bucks. But the whole benefit of the salary cap, and more specifically, stricter rules and the higher salary cap or the minimum spend of the salary cap floor, will help the players that are not necessarily getting the big bucks. So I remember seeing in this article, I can't remember where it is, I think it's later down, where in terms of there are 10 teams that are below what the proposed salary cap floor. Yeah, the floor will be set at 171. And there are, I think, 10 teams that are underneath that, and the sort of with the Marlins I remember seeing. But yeah, in terms of, it's kind of missing the point that, oh, there we go. There are a total of 9 teams exceeding 240. There are 11 teams spending under 150, with the Marlins and the Cleveland Guardians both below the 100 million mark. But it's sort of the point that, not surprisingly, Soto is missing. The top players will always get the bigger contracts. It's the whole benefit of the salary cap is tightening up, I suppose, the benefit of everything, everybody, every franchise or clubhouse, I can't remember what the term is operating under the same top spend, which means that then everyone has a equal footing, which, irrespective of what he says, they don't have now. So, not surprisingly, he's missing the point, and you sort of look at that kind of narrow-minded view that a player like himself has in terms of doesn't need it. It's sort of reeking of the you see is in baseball isn't in the best situation at the moment. I mean, it's very much behind the 8 ball in a lot of ways in terms of Italy, in terms of international growth, in terms of the American sports is very much behind in terms. You take American growth where it sort of stands in the American market, but it's it appears to me very much behind American football and the NFL and the NBA. It's sort of a toss up between the NHL and MLB in terms of international growth. But he's missing the entire point, and not surprisingly, why someone that's got a very narrow-minded view of the league, what appears to be a narrow-minded view of the league, and well, sort of the Mets haven't really been doing good. I haven't seen where the record is now. I don't think it's good. Oh, they beat Padres, but still. Are they at the bottom? Yeah, there you go. But it's not surprisingly that a team that have been underwhelming last season and still underwhelming this season. When you got someone that reeks of greed and it's but ultimately it's something that it's if the top players are concerned about the introduction of the salary cap will mean that we won't continue to get paid enough in the sort of the same trajectory as what we currently are. But I challenge that by saying that's inverting the result of not growing the league and the sport as much as you'd want, such that you can get the same percentage escalation in sort of like inflation of salaries. In a salary cap system, you only need to look at the NFL in terms of a salary cap system, and I can't imagine the players are upset or saying we should be paid more. Naturally, everyone wants to be paid a bit more, but it's the you're quite happy with how it is. So it's not surprising, but in terms of something that on Baker Mayfield, but the Bucks are in a strange spot, in my opinion, in the respect of just seeing that. Is that Washington? Or that 4x42, 10.5. Not terrible. That's actually pretty good, because I think Kittle's on 18, 19, I want to say. Positions, tight end. There you go. Chairs. Yeah, 19. So put him in around there. You'd say that. I'd say that's a very fair deal. Nice possible way. Sort of. Is he in his third season? Must be. But side tangent. I know we started talking about Baker Mayfield, but it's why I'm very much of the proponent. If you pay proactively, you end up saving in the long term, because of the savings you get from the market constantly increasing as more and more players reset the market. And at that same point, as he's in his third year, is the natural inclination is players to try an extra bit harder nearer the end. It may or may not have saved them a couple of million in case he did so well, such that he ended up in that high teens area. So, but going back to Baker, he's in a sort of that strange spot where you wouldn't necessarily put him in the top of the top level of QBs, but he's above the sort of the average. And I very much, I don't know why I closed down that tab, but it's you sort of think of, would you put him in the sort of the camp of the Josh Allen, Joe Burrow? No. Matt Stafford? No. Trevor Lawrence? I'd take Trevor, but I'm slightly biased. Jordan Love, score draw. Justin Herbert all day long. Brock Purdy, meh. But point being, you put him in that band of second or third tier, and not entirely sure you'd be worth the 50 odd. Would you put him in the 50 category? I'm not entirely convinced. I mean, I know he's had a moving to the Bucks has been the best thing that's happened to him, but of course, as sort of an agent, that's what he'd be pushing for, using the sort of the Jordan Love comparison, not the comparisons, but in terms of if he can get paid, if he's getting paid 55, then my pseudo client is definitely worth that. But from a GM perspective, I would be concerned of giving him a longer term deal, and it would explain why they gave him a 3-year deal instead of a 5. In the same way that if the Colts truly felt something about Daniel Jones, Achilles injury aside, gave him a longer deal than what it was after. But you know, he's in that band where you're not entirely convinced that you could. Well, that would be the argument that I could see the GM making, not necessarily what I am. And I might be closer to that than anything more. And even looking at it, I still get baffled by you sort of talk about proactive giving out of contracts. Why? Forever get frustrated with the Dallas Cowboys because their cap situation could be in such a better situation if they just proactively gave out their contracts, irrespective of whether you believe the player did or didn't deserve it. But you could easily say $5 million as an AAV if you just gave it out proactively rather than anything else. But yeah, going back to this, they're in a sort of a tricky situation where he's, as I said, he's in that band of QBs where he's an upgrade over most everyone else, but not entirely convinced he's of that echelon where, in theory, his play would merit $50 million, but the contract's already been given out. That's the access. That's the point of comparison. So, yeah. And then I haven't quite read this article, but it's it is an awful steep price. Obviously, in terms of Jared Verse, it's a steep price, but it saves them a bit of a headache in the respect of, obviously, he's going into his 3rd year, so in a year's time you'll be looking for a new deal. So it sort of takes that sort of GM headache out of the way. But as much as it paid off for them in the Super Bowl win a couple of years ago, I don't like how narrow it makes your margin of safety. How much less flexibility you have to consistently win. When you sort of look at the Patriots' era of dominance, they'd never made trades like this. And much as it's sort of come a recent trend to the Madden era, if you will. And even from a cap perspective, it's sort of, this article sort of talking about it in it means that irrespective of the players that will likely leave, it's, of course, you then got the compensatory picks, but it's the first round picks obviously are the sort of the talent regeneration mechanism. But at that same point, they're the constant stream of cheap contracts to balance out the expensive ones. And if you're giving out, and if let's say Matt Stafford goes an extra year after the one coming, and Devontae does whatever Devontae does, and you've got a Myles Garrett at the other side, and in terms of his contract, his $40 million contract is a challenge. That's not even saying anything about Puka Nacua. It's, you've got less flexibility to give out the big contracts in the future, and I don't know, give you so much less flexibility, salary cap wise, roster wise, and to me, it's sort of, it helps towards your chances this year, but not say sustained success. And yeah. But this one you can kind of understand. You can kind of understand it in a respect and that type of stuff. And I'm not overly that mad about it, because it is a move that, even you'd say it's a win now move, it is you can make the element that if a 28 first rounder, how do I put it? It's a move that when you bring in a player right now and you can solidify Drake May's confidence in the respect that you make him believe that he knows he is genuinely that top level of QB, then a 2028 first rounder is a happy price to pay. In the respect of, obviously, he had a great season last season in terms of the record of the team, but if a season with AJ Brown can sort of solidify that this is his top level of play and a first round pick is the cost of that, then to me that's a better trade than any player you could have drafted at that particular point. And a fifth rounder, you can easily, if the team's doing well, there'll be a compensatory pick so you can replace the dart you lost in that 27th fifth rounder with something, or a play I'm sure you could trade away. But that's just a article filler, and please that. Yeah, they're two teams where I just don't understand where their QB position is going. And the nice part is, I don't think they know either. And I don't like the Minnesota Vikings signing, irrespective. Can understand why they made the rationale just because of how JJ's done in the first 2 years, but very much in the opinion you have to go all in on the person you drafted him to be and the picks you subsequently gave up. Obviously, it's a different regime now. He's probably not as tied to JJ McCarthy as the previous one was, but very much of ride or die with your franchise QB, and if you're thinking you have two that could be, then in reality you have none. And well, I'm pleased they saw sense and didn't give him the long-term deal, but because you sort of look at the teams that he beat, and then you can sort of, I think, it overinflated how good he actually was, but I hope it works out for Jalen, but can very easily see that being in 2 years' time one of those moves that just didn't pay off. I don't know. It was nice at Miami, and very much got the Eagles premium in terms of if you end up on the Eagles, people naturally assume that your value is a bit higher than it actually is, just because Harry Roseman traded for you. But yeah. I can't get over how thick his neck is. His neck looks ginormous. Anyway. That is a lot just thinking about the haul they gave up for him, but Christ. He's huge. Yeah, I very much talked to Death about right, as nice as the Dexter Lawrence trade was, it's not going to rewrite. It's unlikely to change the whole trajectory of the franchise in terms of it's a nice piece. But we need the draft picks to work out. Because outside of Jamar and Joe Burrow, you can't think of any picks that have. Shamar Stewart hasn't, off the back of nearly not being signed at all. And yeah. And then what we'll do, we'll get the very much, you've got a lot happening at, a couple of points happening at Liverpool. So we'll talk about that over the, that's like Raiders. Yeah, let's get the Sea of Thieves, if I could even talk. Right, so let's close that down, because that's all good. That's all good. That's all good. Super. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna clear this up as well. So let's go group that and that. Cool, that's all changed. Perfect. Then let's get that back up. That may be really funny, actually. Hello? My ships. So. Go close and right now, just because at this moment in time I'm just looking to... Let's see who it's about. Let's set sail. It's really annoying with the fact that... So my monitor is back onto, Yeet. Monitor's back onto sort of window to the outside. It makes trying to read incredibly difficult. Right. Who's me? I'm farting like a trooper. Right, hunting. None of them are locked. They're locked, actually. Actually, let's go back to Hunter's Call and see if I can, It's these guys, isn't it? Go visit this guy. Claim. I know what I'll do. I can think of a better title. Right, continue, close, close. That's there. Leveling up my rod. Cool. Well, that's a better title. I'm happier about. It suits me quite well. Cool. That's better. Right. Voyages. Hunter's Call. Study a map to... Give this one a go. And I've never done this one. Do that. That. Steer that way slightly. Keep turning just for the sake of it, just so I can go downwind and don't have to turn the sail. Cool. Straighten the Z-Wheel. Turn that slightly. Cool. Nice. Oh my god, is this where I'm going? No way. Oh, so it's... Right, let's get this up. Get up a bit higher. I need to... So it's either side of this. I'm going to take my time with this. Right, could be. Just want to check I'm not getting... Haven't seen them. I'm not entirely sure. Is that them? I haven't seen any of them. Like, in some of the past missions, you could easily see them. Oh, there's one. I can see it. Oh, I can see them both. They're both there. Right, let's get that up. And we'll put that down. Hope that's a... no. So let's get my rod out. Should do it. There we go. We should, yeah. So we'll go there, yep. Make sure it's in field of views before it's, there we go. And the next time around, it should be in a position. So we should get it on this one if it allows me to. No, it won't. Yep, got it. Oh, is this like a different one? That's cool. Doing all good on the fish front. Make sure I do this in a sensible fashion and... No. Don't get this thing. Yeah! Right, let's go a bit closer this way. Now we're going to get a nibble. You can feel it. There we go. Bite, you inconsiderate fucker. So this is going to be a 4-reeler. I can feel it already. It's going to get tired anytime now. Should be able to get this done in 3. No, it won't let me do in this one. So I'm going to stop there just so you're in field of view. It's always nice when you don't make an ass of it. You know what you're doing. Well, saying know what you're doing, but you finally understand the concept. Cool. Doesn't feel like it's getting closer at all. Oh, there we go. It sort of rejigged itself. Still going left. I'm all good. I knew you're not gonna let me. I want to make sure it's in that same respect of not getting too close. It's underneath me, in the so I can see it. There we go. So now it's 3 on this side. And these ones should be closer. There we go. Treasured Zez Battlegill. I think this one is a bit... May go up the plank. This one just so I can get a bit more elevation. Oh, focus. Up. Oh, I nearly lost it then when I was looking at OBS. Bomb. So let's go up here. This should help. Oh wow, that's a big... Well, this one started like an express train. Let's read it in. Should get it on the next one. Bang. Check around them all good. There we go. So my plan is, yeah, get this. I'm gonna sell this, and I want to get a drink after. And keep repping this. I heard some... Oh, it's just the water. It's hard to get a gauge of which way he's actually going, because he just looks like he's standing still. Nah, they should get it. Perfect. Ooh, this is a nice one. Cool. Alright, let's... God, where... Oh, his dagger is probably the closest then. It's not that one. I reckon it's, yeah, daggers then. Get clear that. We're going up here then. Forward. And to the right. Yep, forward and right. Cool. Oh, that's why I'm not moving anywhere myself, pissing down. About there I need to go, so it's straighten her up. Go there. Need to turn. Perfect. That should be good. Right, bit to the left. Cool. To the left more. Miss this rock. I'm in the storm, but then that means not in the storm, just in the winds. So that should be fine. That's where I need to go to, just over the rock. Just check below deck. It's fine. Get some food just in case, a banana or two. Cool. That's all good. I'm gonna go a bit that way. I'm into wind. Yes, I need to change the sails completely and just go ham into it. I think that's sort of a mechanism of the game. You need to go put your sails straight in, even if it's into wind. You need to. Right, I need to go hard to the left, really, don't I? Yep. Let's bring that up a bit. I can see. So sail these 6. Get a drink and then we'll re-evaluate. Let's quickly scroll. I've just gone completely the wrong way. I have as well. Turn hard. Slow it now and I reckon it'll swing around a bit. Like so. And little bash. Maybe a bit too low. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I didn't. Not perfect. Use harpoon. Perfect. Hello, Poppet. Only 700. $1,500 better. Damn it. Oh, that's better. I presume then it's all rostered out, level to it. So either going to be a 1,500. Oh, that's the 6,000 one. Yeah, it's. I suppose RNG both, I guess. You're hoping for rarer fishes, and that makes sense. So and this one, in theory, should be a very should be a good one, or a very rare one. So if that one was 2 at 1,500, 2 at 7, this should be at 6. There we go. Yeah. Okay, it's. So that should get me to 12. There we go. Boom. I pressed! Ah, fuck's sake. Cool. Right. I am going to grab a drink. And we'll do another one. Be back. Why, hello, Hist. How are you? Yeah, the rod's good. It's been hard at work. Couple of nibbles. Nearly snapped it. But, it's all under control. Battered as always. What else is new? How are you? How's life? So that's got a sparkling water. Easy. I'm unmuted, yeah. All good. That's there. Probably best move that away from the edge. The water, that is. Level 50. All these sort of different missions, I really have no idea. We'll do that again. Dive. Kushti. Let's get... Is it up? No, it's not up. Cool. We'll turn. Kushti. I'm in the Plasma Donation Center, ready to donate. Oh, you're giving blood. Oh, that's cool. Plasma donation. I presume that's... Oh, I need to... I presume that's what it is. Right. Turn that. Oh, do you? So you're getting paid for giving your blood? Or the blood plasma then, presumably. Oh, wow! But it is donating your blood, yeah? Or the plasma. It'll be blood. And then they make the plasma out of it, presumably. 50 bob a time 2 times a week. £50 per time, so $100 a week. Not to be sniffed at. Petrol money or gas money then. Oh, okay. There's very much a slight difference between America and the UK. In the UK, it's sort of seen more as a sort of a charitable thing and all that type of stuff. But understandable. When I saw you getting paid for it, my mate, I know it's a very different thing, but I thought it was for some reason. Hence why I talk about Rod's sperm donation. But you're not doing that at all. Woohoo! Capitalism! But I suppose thankfully you're not getting kids off the back of it. No, there's anything wrong, kids. Woo! I thought about you earlier. You don't have to be too concerned by that sentence. Can you guess what it was about? I think you can. Turn! Right. I'm gonna bash into the rocks. We have to do a full 360. Yeah, it was about... So it was about the Bears being so it was on Bleacher Report was the article, and it was the Bears being one step closer to a move to a new stadium site in Indiana. I thought of you. Not sure where you... Not going batshit crazy, am I? Yeah, I had that. When I read it, my immediate thought is it's a game... Whenever I see articles like that, I saw it a couple of months ago when I think it was the Chiefs were looking at moving away from Leicester Arrowhead. And then it ended up all shaken. When it all shook out, the local government then suddenly gave a bit more towards the new stadium redevelopment, and it all singing, all dancing, and all that type of stuff. The Jags did it when, in a slightly smaller level, when they were waiting for their new stadium, or the funding rather from government, or you know, the ratio between government funding and whatever. But when I saw it, I thought it's just... My ultimate thought with a lot of things would be the rumours you hear in football, or I call it soccer, and agents playing their games. That's what I thought of when I first read it. I don't know what you think, but it's just, it struck me as something that owners or someone close to ownership does, saying, oh, we're thinking of going to Indiana, we're one step closer to that, and then all of a sudden local government go, we'll give you an extra 50, 100, whatever million. Then everyone's happy. That's what happens. Yeah. that was my gut instinct. Not sure if you being a fan, some have other insight or know the layout of land. You're more likely to know the layout of land than I do, but I said most articles aren't necessarily, "Hi Meep, how are you?" Meep, hissed, Meep. That was my gut instinct anyway, in terms of a lot of articles, whether it be agents are said in the Premier League or articles like this where it's sort of ownership games. It's not necessarily just a public service announcement just to keep the fans informed. There's always an ulterior motive to it, I've found. Yeah, those kinds of articles of, we'll move Wimbledon to Milton Keynes. I didn't see that, so I'll take your word for it. But it's those kinds of articles where people go, "Oh my God, we can't have Wimbledon moved to Milton Keynes." And then something happens government-wise. They give an extra... They want to quieten the noise down. I wasn't planning to. Currently, I want to level up my... Actually, yes, I am. I'm doing leveling up Hunter's Call to 15 so I can get my emissary flag. Couldn't see on the initial Discord servers anyone doing a galleon crew, and the nice boss where it was fairly confident that one of either his or what was the other guy's name? Some frequent chatters would pop by and just thought, I just do a sleep on my own. So I am doing Hunter's Call. And from a... Cause you stream Meeperton, right? Thought it just... It seems to be an entertaining title for the stream. Because I always struggle with that sort of thing. But yeah, it's those kinds of things. I know you've been away for a couple of streams, but me and another chatter sort of letting our imaginations run wild with the amount of innuendos, double entendres, and all that type of stuff with rods and all that kind of stuff. And it's... Say it for what you will, it's something I find incredibly entertaining. If you don't, then I'd question your humour levels. Not humour levels, but what you find funny. Because it's one of the core foundations of life, sort of joke about all that sort of thing. In my opinion. But how are you? It's been a while. Yeah, that's what I mean. It'd be so weird the Bears not being in Soldier Field and all that type of stuff. It was Stadium, wasn't it? But it's because of how unfathomable it is, it naturally, the media blow it up to Kingdom Come, and then the local government can't have it in some way or form and go, actually, we can't, we mutually benefit with it being at Soldier Field and all that type of stuff. Let's give an extra 50, 100 million, then everyone is all singing. Yeah, you know what I mean, in terms of not necessarily lucrative, but the money it would take to regenerate it and all that type of stuff. But it's with the history and, like, for instance, from a British perspective, even though I sound English, my dad is Irish, and very much Soldier Field holds a special place in rugby fans' hearts, because that was Ireland beat the All Blacks, the New Zealand, in Soldier Field shortly after St. Paddy's Day, I want to say, or it was the autumn that Chicago won the World Series, and it was insane. But yeah, my gut instinct when I saw that article and thought of you is just, it's a game that people play. But yeah, not too bad. Okay, me, but then that, just judging from my own times I've used that word, it's not necessarily, I always flip it on its head. That means that not good, but I could be wrong. You know when you say, well, just whenever I say that, it's just not bad in reality. Not good, but not terrible. You know what I mean? Was that the game? Yeah, I think that was a game that it was a very poetic weekend when Ireland beat the All Blacks at Soldier Field. I remember staying up. I think they dyed the river blue, I want to say. Obviously water's sort of got a blue component to it, but a more Chicago Cubs blue. And that was a couple of weeks after an iconic Ireland player sadly passed. They did a formation in a figure of 8 in Soldier Field, and it was one hell of a game. But if they do end up getting funding off the back of it, and it all turns out to be a damn squid, then yeah, I'm going to say I called it. Right, steady. I should look around, shouldn't I? Oh well. And as you seem to be more au fait with Sea of Thieves Meep, I got sunk by the French when I was doing the fishing voyage or whatever. And I was literally about to get to the outpost, and I got sunk by a sloop of French people. Not even got anything to do, got nothing against the French, but it's incredibly exactly. And are you from the UK or can't remember? But yeah, what country are you from? I forget. With the nicest possible way. Oh, you're American. Oh Lord help us. I'm outnumbered here. One's from you're both from America. But yeah, that's well, I say my English half. The English aren't much better, but yeah, not the French. Yeah, I got sunk by the French. I've never been more humiliated, so I went to Bellatra instead. Don't fall in. We'll call that one Nemo. Well, I suppose Marlin, I guess. What's the mother's called from Finding Nemo? I forget. And don't cheat. I could already... Yeah, maybe. Maybe if... So do you... Maybe. Definitely. Right now, I'm quite happy. Not anything to do with the invitation. But, definitely in the future. You stream, right? Or am I making that up? It's something that when obviously I was going about streaming and thinking I'm at my best. I think we all are when we sort of seeing, reading, reacting to what other people. So I was tempted to stream a lot of Galleon stuff. But then I thought about it and going, if I'm on the Sea of Thieves Discord server, I'd feel guilty just streaming and not telling them, or, you know. So I thought, I've sort of been a bit anxious to stream me playing Sea of Thieves with people that, yeah. That's what I mean, don't do that. So I haven't. I did it once. I thought, that's a bad idea. So I haven't done it since. That's what I mean in terms of the... I obviously did it at the very beginning off stream just to get a vibe of the type of people I'd meet, and you get those groups that, or players that don't necessarily get along, and for someone that's learning Sea of Thieves, which I am, put too much of a tension in the air, and I'm sort of a very socially receptive person. I just didn't like it at all, so now, if you had a co-worker that was from Wales, this is a test as to... I'm going to give you credit. Did you make fun of her? That's sort of a... Did you make sure to make fun of her about the only thing people make fun of the Welsh for. I'm gonna be deliberately vague, but if you know what I'm on about the stereotype that Welsh people have, and yeah, if you know, you know. So essentially, there's a stereotype for Welsh people that they're sheep shaggers. They're sort of the farmers that, because of how lonely farming is, etc., that they shag sheep. I just realised I set sail and I have no idea where the outpost is. Where am I going? That's the theory behind it, to be incredibly whistle stop. So essentially, I'm going the wrong pissing direction. Turn the wheel. Right, we'll just turn round. Turn the ship around. So you a sports fan, Meep, at all, or no? We were just talking about the Chicago Bears, so I'm just... Whenever I'd meet Americans when I was caddying, every single one of them was a sports fan, so it'd make the conversations 10 times easier. That's where I want to go. So keep turning. Just keep swimming. Oh, okay. Is that that's March Madness, isn't it? I'm going the complete wrong direction. Ed, get your shit together. I'm talking to myself here. You can clearly see I'm looking at that. Oh, after we traded Luka, you're a Dallas Mavericks fan. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. Hiss, do you play the violin by any chance? Because if you do, I'll get mine imaginary one out. And then, you don't have one. Can you pretend to mime yourself playing one? Because if Meep is, I think, a Mavericks fan, and we may need to play it in fast. Or get the tissues out. And or offer a shoulder to cry on. Pick your poison. Pick your poison. We'll console you in whatever way, shape, or form is required. But yeah. Radio silence. It's sad. So sad. It's a sad, sad situation. Excuse me. Yeah, go for it, mate. Have a good one. I just had lunch about an hour ago. Very quick to move on from the Luka thing. I could quickly spot. Want to move on for that really quick. Well, I get that. I mean, obviously I did one or two shorts about it, and it's I couldn't help feeling at the time that there was a lot of stuff about his weight and lifestyle, blah blah blah. But I'd imagine there'd be some form of deeper rooted thing from Nico Harrison in respect of, oh yeah, we could go into that if you want to. I mean, you volunteered that. I mean, thinking about it, I should have been more on the ball. Yeah, nice to see you're completely over it though. Moved on. Don't worry, you got Caleb now. Cool. Gonna put this up a little bit. You gotta get it up. Yeah, it does. Was there many rumblings about the bears? Oh, boat! Right. Everyone, be very quiet. Hopefully they'll... Oh, shit. Just keep going this way, we'll be fine. Sails down! We're running away. Are they following me? No. We're fine. Gotta sell this fish and sharpish. Are you turning around? Can't tell. Go away! I can sense the fear of, oh no, it's that Antaros kid that got sunk by the French. We'll leave him, we'll take pity. Right, I'm coming in like a 10 to the dozen because I nearly got... Honey, I'm home! Right. There we go, there's one hole. Saw that ship and in a nice possible way, not quite shat myself, but coming close. I don't think they're following me. No, they're not. Sell this and... Yeah, at the time, were they... So, was it a toss of a coin? Or... Get over? Oh, damn it! Because I vaguely remember it, and it was, not to mention the haul you gave up for him, but... Not to bring that bit up again. But it's, like, I remember that... Not the Chiefs. The Saints, I think, were interested in going for him. But didn't in the end, obviously. I don't remember the Bears being... Oh, okay. I remember seeing Sean Payton saying something, or they were thinking about it. I can't remember. Pleasingly, when I do the next round of this mission, that will put me on a different server. But yeah. Look at that pound out. Yeah. A similar thing with Trent Baalke. Christ. Yeah, we're a very similar fan base in terms of we got PTSD from moves recent GMs make, and want to forget it at all costs. Right, let's turn this way. Let's do that. Did you put down the anchor? Don't think I did. Let's turn this, get away. Check he's no Right, so let's go straight. And then go below deck just to... Yeah, we're very similar fan bases. Right, there's that hole again. Right, I'm trying to think of really horrible moves we made. Urban Mire comes to mind. After we kick her. What a horrible free agency decision. Trying to think of really bad contracts we gave out. Blake Balls. No way. Okay. So I'm going to do that mission again. We're on 13, so now I'm on a different server to those cronies. Oh, they were going over there, presumably, to that skull, whatever. But, Trubisky, McNown, Benson, Ennis. Outside of Trubisky, I haven't heard of the others. I'm gonna be honest, but right now we're doing that. Let's quickly refill. Yeah, we'll do this for about another half an hour or so. Half an hour, 45 minutes of Sea of Thieves, and then okay, and then go on to some Balatro. We'll be off at around 5 my time, Eastern time. I think that's midday. Let me get my clocks right, because I'm cooking tonight for the family. So. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got my hard hat on. Howdy doody. I'm waiting for you. Now the conversation here is going to really drop even lower, if that's even possible. Now that M showed up, don't worry. We're having an actual really nice chat. And it'll just be him. It's got nothing to do with me whatsoever. Yeah, but your nice conversation about giving me shit, so... nice is a subjective thing compared to different people. It'd be nice for you because you then feel better about yourself. I mean, sort of, you could take it out on me, but yeah. How are you? How was work? Or just work? Yeah. What's that? It's maybe a slightly hazardous fishing expedition, but we'll live and let live. Oh, did you get a shift anyway? Even with that. Great management. It's always good when management clearly have a pulse point on everything. We go, oh, by the way, we're 20 minutes before we don't actually need you. Yeah. Understandable. Providing a nice possible way you got paid, though, then that's all that matters, really. Yeah. Yeah, it's even if it's not busy or not. That's where we're going. Perfect. Paid to be there, and their poor manager is not really something. It's not your problem. He turned up to do the work. Your favourite part of the whole stream, Em? Yeah. That's even better if you got friends working at the same place. Yeah, I knew you'd love... This is your... I imagine you've been thinking about this the entire time you've been at work. Was this thrilling content. Why did guys think this makes a girl... Yeah, in terms of, yeah. Not much more to say about it, is there? This is the key to a woman's heart. Hardcore rod action. I think it's the. I can imagine it's the Oh, you always want to come back to life when you're down there. Oh, I nearly lost it then. So yeah, it's I noted that as well. I hope you're talking about the one I just fished out rather than my character. Move, you fucker. Fish, fish, fish. Not particularly. Sorry, you teed me up for that one. It was a easy shot on goal. I'm sorry. I'm both sorry and not slightly in the not sorry in the slightest. Ah. We're British with brutal honesty in the... Oh, there we go. Now I'm shooting my shot and nothing's catching. British people are polite. What are you on about? We're blunt. We're blunt honesty. Or lie completely. Yeah, da. We have hummus. You have deep fried Mars bars. Oh, you... See what you made me do? This is your fault, this is. There we go. Come on, you son of a... So you want me to be a bit nicer, do you? Look who's the southerner now. Well, you look lovely today. There you go. Does that feel odd? Shut up. I said a nice comment, you didn't even take it. Honestly, some people you just can't... Nope. I said one nice thing and... I can imagine the Americans going, what on earth are these two Brits on about? Stop. Blech. Fair. I'll probably do either this run and then another, and then I'll go over to Balatro for about an hour. I'm telling you, I'm logging off for about 5, so I'm cooking. 1 second. You're gonna come alive. I know you are. There you go. I think that's very much wishful thinking on your part, because I can imagine you tearing your hair out going, Christ almighty, I've had enough of this. I have to intervene. That's probably how it's going to go. So essentially, what you've missed in the time you grabbed food is two Brits going at each other. And not sure if you have this in the States, but it's very much North versus South dynamics. We may be able to, I suppose it is. But, I'm from down south, he's from up north. So all this sort of talking about rods is completely M's fault and it's got nothing to do with me. I'm just participating. Yeah, it's not necessarily political. It's more just taking the piss out of each other. Because I don't know about you, but it's, well, I'm not sure if I got it as one of my tags. Yeah, pretty much. In a jovial way, of course. But, pretty much see a stream as being a bit too political. I mean, I don't know the opinion. Society's already divided enough. Just try and stay away from that as much as possible and actively run the opposite direction with those kinds of things that get brought up in a manner they are currently. It's always an awkward angle, this. We each take a back seat and let you take over the stream. Oh. Hello. I can't fish that way. Unless I'm being an idiot, which is also very feasible. Yeah, I'm cooking a mushroom risotto tonight. I mean, a very romantic view, but I have fish to catch. One sec, do you have any other pirate creator titles yet? The emissary flags, you mean? Is that what you mean? Mushroom, not romantic one. Jesus Christ, Grandad, put your hearing aids in. I did a paella last week. I did... What did I do I did a penny alla vodka. The week before, and then a prawn fettuccine aglio e olio. A prawn fettuccine aglio e olio. That's what I did. Look who's being mean now, eh? The tables have turned. Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, it's going back to it. It's something I've realized. Well, realized. I'm now staying away from, as you rightly say, streaming Sea of Thieves sessions that are groups from the Discord server. Just realizing that probably best just to be a bit more patient and wait until I've got comfortable enough where I'm putting clips out, and then hopefully some content creators feel pity and realise I can get a bit of, you know, or can have a laugh. That's for down the line. Right, where am I going? I should probably realise where I'm going first before doing my anchor, but we might do. Not that way. We are going. Where on earth am I going? This is a sarcastic comment from in Dagger again, I suppose. That's the best option, isn't it? We'll go galleon, actually. Go right. Where's the wind? Wind is... So I need to go right. Perfect. Yeah. What's his word you called pity? Yeah, we'll go there instead. Been dagger already. Perfect. About there. Right, so let's straighten her up. There's no storm, it's just wind. We're at sea. I mean, a northerner must know what wind is. That's pretty much 80% of the weather. Up there especially. There's no rocks in the sea. It's just water. Going a completely wrong direction. Well, not completely. It is now incredibly foggy. This could go horribly wrong really quick, I just realised. Maybe. Yeah, definitely. Ah, get off, you pissing thing. I've been an idiot. What have I done? There we go. Oh, I was an idiot. What else is new? Am I just glitching onto things? Right, where am I going? I'm not doing terrible. Not great, but... Ah, I'm not sinking. I'm fairly certain. Thanks for the confidence. Of course I'm not sinking. I am a professional. What, you're very confident that I'm going to sink? Thanks. Fair point. So what do you have confidence in? In my ability? Or... Whoa, that was close. See? Professional. We'll keep going. Right, let's go round this. Have a good one. Don't leave me alone with... That's good to have confidence. Thanks. That's something we're good in Britain, is making sure people don't get too much above themselves. Bring them down a bit. We're very good at that. You're doing good, sweetie. Had to get that in there quick, because you know how it could have been interpreted. I'm kind of doubting myself. Just checking that there are no French people. So we're good on that front. Thinking about it, I may just get a habit in terms of my title, just... Now you mention it, it does really sound like I'm leaking on water. But I'm clearly not. Right, good thing, Edward. Make sure to run away from the steering wheel as you're approaching rocks. That's incredibly sensible. Where am I going? That side. Oh, that's where I need to go. Turn! Panic! Whoa, that was close. I was heading towards a sovereign, then realised I can just sell it there and got in a panic. Right, let's turn you this way. Yeah, going forward for once. Look at me learn. It's like Ralph Wiggum. I'm learning! Right. I'm going to do a Happy Gilmore and try and tap it in. Right. Straighten her up. Bring it down very slowly. We'll drift. Just keep swimming. Hey, guy! That'll do. Oh, I don't think... Oh, bollocks. Right. Made a bit of an arse of this, but we could do with the calories and count the steps and all that type stuff. I can, but it's a bit of a pain in the arse to swim, so I'd rather do this. Because I think these are the guys I need to sell them to anyway. So. Like so. We'll see how much of a... This gets me sort of midway over 14. I'll do one and there'll be time for you to stress time. If you just get me over 14, actually, I can just wait and just do Balatro and then. Right, we'll play it. See how many levels this gets. You're not stressing now, but in Balatro you will be guaranteed, irrespective of any intentions to not give me any advice. Remember I locked a new deck from winning that run on that checkered run with red chips. See, like, this is what I mean. I feel like I'm glitched onto it. I'm pressing F like nobody's business. There we go. Cooking on gas. Eat. Nice. Yeah, it was good. I mean, I cooked in the morning, did some batch cooking for the remaining week, and then looked at watches. And then had lunch, and here I am. I'm looking, so I turned 30 at the end of July. One of the things is, rather than doing what some people do and doing a big event, I'd probably do a big birthday bash in my house. And one of my sort of presents, maybe to myself or whatever, is a nice watch. So I was looking at that. Looking at possible options. So I got down to like a list of 3 models, but then 7 variants. I know her parents want to get involved, but, you know, one of those big presents of, rather than someone getting me something for 50 quid and then a collection of that is, this is what I want. Do you want to get in on it? And then do that to the various people that I know want to get me something. Right. And I'll happily show you if you're a watch fan or... Yeah. One of those types of things of rather than just small presents that I'm not much of a materialistic person, so I don't really need anything but sort of a watch and a nice watch. So hang on. So we're at mid-level 15. Have a quick look at some cheeky watches. No, we'll exit to desktop. Captain of the ship. Happy days. I'll show you if I can remember off the top of my head. One was Tissot. Actually, it was like Citizen. Right, let me get my phone. I have them on my phone. No. I knew you about to, I could feel you about to go there, but thankfully I've deleted this. I swear I have it on here. There we go. No, it's I very much, pleasingly, all joking aside, have that particular habit. As much as I'll joke about it, very much in the review mirror, and this is one of the watches. So we'll do that. We'll get them all up first. A Citizen. So yeah. I mean, it's as I said, it's I don't spend money much, so it's not cheap as chips, but it's my 30th, so it's like some of my friends have gone away for the weekend and all those types of things. We'll go Goldsmiths for that one. So, because it's a big occasion. And then we'll go Goldsmiths for this one. It's because it's a big occasion, be a slight... Exactly, it's a big occasion, marks your age, and a bit of a statement piece, and I'm that kind of guy that my sort of dress sense is sort of simple, classic, and that type of thing of if it's summer, it's a beach club in the south of France, whatever, and a watch would be a nice touch, and I've never actually had one. Okay, what watch did you get? We'll go this one. So these are the models I'm down to. I think it's this one. Yeah. It's Citizen, the Soyosa. I can see you're talking the lingo. It's like, I like these blue ones. Yeah. So it's so the current of this Soyosa, I like this sort of clear white one, lighter blue one, this sort of more aquatic one, and this. So we'll call this dark blue, light blue, aquatic, and white. Is this the same one? That's the Soyosa. Yeah. And this one's kind of similar, but it's my final three. And then this one is a bit... Both of these are sort of in the 290, 285, but this one's a bit more... But I don't know, I like this sort of... You know, it's simple, classic, doesn't try to be too extravagant, it's simple. That's sort of my style. It is expensive, though. It's a bit more than the others. But, yeah, so I'm down to this one, those four, and then this one, because I know there's another model, I think, of this PR10. I like, or it may have got rid of it. There's more of a lighter blue one. There we go. This one. So either that navy one or this lighter blue one? Yeah, it's that kind of thing. I'm very much my wardrobe's very much catered to it. 1 second. Sorry about that. I could feel myself getting sweaty, you know, sticking to my leather chair, so I wanted to put down like a cushion or something. But yeah, down to they're the watches I'm looking at, and as you sort of say, it is expensive, but big occasion, not going away, not doing much else. May have some friends over for like a barbecue and that kind of a thing. But and then having because it's a watch for a special occasion. If say you go away for the weekend to pick a European city, just any city you may want to go for a weekend somewhere, random city, first that comes to mind. I'm not bold. Say yeah. So weekend Rome, special occasion for the 30th. It's a one-time thing, memories, blah blah blah. But something like this, it's something that I can wear to work and back, and there's always a reminder. I kind of like that. You get more of a use out of it. But yeah, even out of it's a keepsake I can get a lot of use out of. Helps complete an outfit, and if you're at sort of one of those after dinner parties with your significant other, it's an extra statement piece. And even though that sort of started streaming and becoming a bit more confident, more outgoing, I'm actually quite sort of that quiet person in the sort of the corner of the room. Exactly. And quiet person that lets his actions do the talking. This sort of small point is sort of a, not necessarily an exclamation mark, but it's a, do you know what I mean? It adds a little, not a je ne sais quoi, but a little edge to someone going, he's not just, yeah, it makes people, something just happens, makes people take notice and that kind of a thing. Going, oh, he's not necessarily a real deal, but do you know what I mean? It's, yeah, exactly. So, out of these two, these are the PR100s. I don't know, I sort of like that one. I don't know. I'm currently on a sort of a, whether it be the Soyosa or the PR100s, leaning towards the lighter colours currently. That's nice. Yeah. It's the, not sure how affair you are with watch content creators, but you can sort of see how, because these are very much how to put it, sort of they're just one colour. There's no real difference. I like the sort of different shades, and as you rightly say, it adds a bit more to it, where you can understand why it's an extra 50 quid more. And yeah, the depth. Yeah, it is. It's really nice, and I'm very fortunate enough that when I sort of brought this to my parents' attention of this is what I was looking towards, where they wanted to get on top of it, my dad's very kindly given one of his old Omegas. Omega, it's like a brown leather. I can't remember the model. It's kind of like that, but not that. It was when I was looking at the actual price, it was a couple of hundred, but you know, a very different type watch. Let's say it's this one. It's not, but that's a Seiko. What am I talking about? But you know what I mean. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But why I was, when I heard that, and started doing research on what I potentially wanted, a metal bracelet one and then a brown bracelet one, it means that then there'll be some occasions that will be better suited to a brown leather watch that's still quite simple and classic. And then there are ones that, yeah, all good. Yeah, cheer. And I'll load up Balatro. Let me know when you're back, so I don't start without you. Master volume. There we go. I hate these notifications. I'm not sure if I'm the only one. I probably am. But I really hate them. Does that show up or no? Currently it's saying it's... Let's look at the decks. I just play it just to see out completion. Because I don't like it being in the middle of a run. Fuck it. Ooh. Yeah, cool. We're still good. We're good for time as well. Do this one. Hearts, hearts. First card. ×2 for K. Do that. Cool. Do that. Bang. If the first is a 1, destroy it. Buy that. Need to keep on the 25. 4 of a kind, full house. Wait, flush. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that stupid. Might as well. I've gone past completing it, so I don't really care. So let's do that. That's the end. So let's make, actually, let's get rid of these. Bring that up and that up. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Okay, so let's do that. Nice. Not giving me the one I want, which is really annoying. Do this one. Let's do that. Oh, that's helpful. Cheers, boss. Cool. So I need to discard them, even though it's not good use. There we go. Perfect. Let's do that, that, and that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move that to there. I'm gonna get chips again. Bang. Yeah, this is the run from last time. No. Me being a slightly OCD, I wanted just to complete this, see how far I could go with it. So, I mean, I'm at that point where I don't particularly care, so I just wanted to... Perfect. Perfect. Right, it's... Even though it's slightly annoying and from a, arranging of cards perspective, it's... Yep, hanging shed. It's a bit annoying from that perspective, but hey ho. Yeah, as I said, I'm not particularly that fussed in this run, as I said, because a got what I needed to get, but... Oi. Right. Want to keep that, but it's... Should I use one or just discard the king? You reckon? Waste a steel or discard king? Fuck it. Let's end the run. Ah! Why do I get a sense that behind those words, deep down, you're stressing to high heavens? That's what I'm saying. Right, just for the sake of the flash, I'm going to have to give up one of these, but I completed the run, so I don't care too much. I suppose it sort of be in a slightly evil way. I care about stressing you out, but that's, nice. Oh, fuck off. Sorry, language. I'm tempted just to piss it out the wall and just play nothing. Alright. I'm gonna play that. Oh, it's enough. That's perfect. But I need the 3. What are you talking about? That needs to go there. So I get that. Yep. If this doesn't work out, then I'm not that bothered. So then I can just go onto a new deck. I still got one hand. Perfect. Do that. Oh well. Right, so I've done that one. I got a new deck. What's that? Start with Terra Merchant, Planet Merchant, and Overstock. What on earth are they? A green stake. So I do a red stake on the red deck. Red stake on red deck. Or Zodiac deck. White on Zodiac or red on red? What do you reckon? Zodiac. In for a penny. Don't understand what that means. Ah! Next base Joker holographic? Maybe? I'm gonna go for it. Jesus. I know I need a lot to get to, but still. That's pleasing that it worked. Oh. Now I panic after this. Ah, you fucker! Oh, maths! There we go. Be honest, how long were you raging at your screen going, there's a straight right there? You can be honest. So that's at 0, so... for a penny. Rubbish. What a load of rubbish. Let's get Buffoon. I thought about it, but... wait, hang on. Don't know what to use that towards currently. Oh, an idiot straight flush. That's annoying. Damn it. Okay. The problem I have, I don't know what type of hand to work towards. This one? Good point. I don't like pulling for straights. The only way it'd be worth it if you had that joker where you could skip one, but I don't have that currently. I really don't like this tone of you're hinting at stuff. It's playing with my mind. Can we have any more clubs? I bet you're smiling. It's sort of Mr. Burns style. And sort of a sadistic, enjoying my pain. I don't even know what to use that towards. So I'm keeping it. I got instinct just to do that, but I know it's not. Right. Why are clubs safe? Just because there's more of them. Anyway, just like go for I suppose flash, but... right, chuck away that. Yeah, why not? Oh, okay. Right, okay. Need cash. Go Buffoon. Perfect. No. Do that. So I played a 2-pair, so now we're going for a 2-pair. You are loving this right now. There we go. Two at random, so don't plan for any hands. Let's turn you. Okay. 1 second. Yeah, let's turn that into that. So now 2-pair again. Bang. Oh. What I went through there was a spell where I didn't look at anything. Nice spot, boy. Ooh! Man, that's... Aren't you glad you got a Joker that retrieves low cards rather than one that gives high mults for pairs? Well, yeah. You saying that it should have gone for the one for pairs as I just played sort of pairs and no pairs. Yeah, fair point. That one? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I suppose you're right. Say it's commit to whatever hand you're playing, and then just that's the thing I'm struggling with. I had so many times using the checkered deck. It's no working on. I still don't. Doubles monies. My gut. Yeah. Don't particularly want to use that Celestial just based on the simple fact of I just don't feel like so 2-pair to get the retrigger. That is no I'm trying to keep my discards as well for card sharp. Leg rat, some got some nice cash now. No maybe Mega Buffoon first to get it down to 25. Yeah. You know, to me, that's a pointless one. It's a cool number. What do you mean? My gut wants to add that, but whenever I'm just doubting everything. See, I can see you're enjoying my pain. Because, like, normally, but since I'm guided by you, my gut is that. But my gut saying you're unlikely to play a hand that's a heart club and a diamond and spades. It'd be pointless. I'm going to bat myself and do that. I haven't got a space for that, so... girl. Hello, pop it. Buy that for 2. Oh, okay, I should have sold that one. Whoops. Oh well. Oh, bollocks! You're right. Fuck! I hate it here. Right. I can save this. Yeah. Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah. Right, I need to tidy up this pissing thing of a mess that is my hand. No. I'm trying to clean this up without looking. As you rightly say, that is my cash cow. So I'm tempted just to piss it up the wall and just say I made an error buying that, so just sell it for that and sort of go play the 2, 3s and 4s route. Well, that's helpful. Yeah, I'm going to bat myself. Playing 2, 3s and 4s and I'm committing to it. Play that, get it to 25. 2 pair. Going to playing sort of 2 pairs of 2, 3s and 4s. 2 planet cards pointless, so I have that. Wild card, heart, steel card for Maltz, probably best. But is there a left into right that I can benefit from? 6 into the wild card, maybe. But I like the steel, so we'll do steel. 2, 3s, 4s. So then, that was a 6. That's fine. Another pissing stone card, so therefore I need to make high cards stone cards. Because I'm sticking to 2, 3s and 4s. We'll keep that for now. I'll do that. I want to do. Two, 3s, 4s first. So what hands have I played? I played a straight, a pair. So therefore, in order to maximize that, I want to play a pair. Look at that. Thank you very much. Let's get through this, and then we'll panic afterwards. Yeah. Best option I have. Even though it's not ideal, but got through that hand. Now, to get down to that. Ooh. Ah, okay. It's not as ideal as I thought it was. Let's get... But I get one extra disc. Ooh. So that's essentially, because of that, £2 per discard. So that's actually an extra $2 I'm getting every hand. Buffoon. Unlikely blackboard, but we can keep an eye on. We'll get Buffoon, shits and giggles. And then get the money down as you hint at. Great Sadak. Neither of them are likely because I'm not playing for them. Blackboard's still jumping out to me, but I don't know why. So because we're playing 2 3s and 4s, I want another 3. No. 4 of a kind. I don't think that's worth it, but in terms of that, then $2 is probably worth it. Reroll. Not playing that. Ooh! Right. Sell. Because we're, as we said, we're already committing on pairs. Let's get this. Yeah. Committing to the low pairs. Or low cards at the very minimum. And I get no low cards. Super! Right. But it's a pair, so I need to make the most of it. We're committing to pairs and 2 pairs. So because that's doing nothing, let's true. Because I'm committing to 2 3s and 4s, then therefore that becomes dispensable. Okay. Right, so because it's just play pairs to get the most out of that. Yeah. It's that's plus 17. 2 pair. Might as well. Still got that to... Not really worth it, I don't think. No. Skip. I'm backing myself a bit more. Fuck it. Oh, good. No low cards. Right, can I use... So therefore, just going for the most amount of chips just because they're all high cards. We'll go that one. Reality should have looked at... Okay, so more diamond favoured, so potentially... If I can convert it to diamonds, it's also possible. Here we go. No pair opportunities, but... don't like this. I think I'm fucked in the nicest possible way. Play that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm fucked either way. No, I haven't done... Oh, I have. Nice. Ah, okay. Might just do it to our iCard just because it's yeah. We'll do that. I talked about making a convoluted deck. Realm mixed one. That's the issue. And why it makes no sense of adding stone cards to low cards. My gut instinct is to convert. Yeah. I should have re-rolled. Fuck. There we go. That's a pair that I need. Yeah. So let's get rid of that one. Better, but still not great. I get that 5, but might as well just. Yeah, fair point. There we go. Much better. Oh, I should have done that first. Fuck. All of them really apply. Seed money pointless. Because if I'm at 44, so then it's just. We'll see what's here. Probably nothing. Not terrible. Played cards with when scored. That. Oh, I see why it's not selecting. That's probably the best one, but what to get rid of? Hanging Chad? Did you swap that out? Swap Hanging Chad for whatever this one's called? Or you're not helping me at all? Oh, okay, yeah. It's a very little spades and it's 14 spades, but I'll skip them. Oh, okay. Does that work? Obviously it does, but... We'll see what that does. I'm playing around here. There we go. So I'm trying to sort of buff up the amount of low cards I have just to sort of cater for hack. Look at the handman just sitting in the corner. Oh, okay. So I want to do it because I'm catering towards that, sort of like a 9 or an 8 rather than a king or a queen. Would that be fair? Hangman, the 9 and the 8? Fair point. No, just sort of keeping those big ones just in case of the hand doesn't go my way. I don't know. So then I want that by hand. Is this a throwaway one? No. There we go. Ooh. Ow, bollocks. I'll do that by... I always liked that one, but... Ceremonial dagger, but it doesn't really work. Would you agree? This next round. Go for it. Okay. Yeah. So now we want to destroy that and that for that. So I want to keep that. Then we want to use that. Then we want to use that and that to that. So that's on times 13. Let's do that, that. I'm gonna... That could be anything. Perfect, that's what I did. Yeah. So the unknown card is between a 7 and a 10. So then I can discard all these. What, play the unknown? Yeah, that's... Okay. Right, okay. So I'm just going to discard them all. I haven't really got anything at the moment. Oh, yeah, cause I'm trying to build out the... In the same way you discard the space to build out the hearts like last stream, it's a similar thing. Should have done that first. Whoops. Ah, okay, yeah. So I might as well just throw away that, and throwing away 2 though. Fuck it. Oh, fuck's sake. It's giving me shit. Suppose I could discard them. Go for it. I don't care at this point. It's just the problem I had with that run. I just didn't decide what I wanted and then just was already playing panicked for the remainder of it. That was essentially what happened there, wasn't it? Wasn't it, rather? Good English. Yeah, it is the... Because I went for that spell in the last 2 streams, I always play, as you rightly say, checkered. It sort of skewed my use of discards and that type of stuff, and yeah, it's... And then prior to you sort of coming, discovering this stream, we'd always just automatically hone in on 2 pairs, and therefore haven't quite got to grips with working out what the jokers say you need to focus in on, and then just focusing and honing in on that. That was my problem just there. You're thinking about it. Would you agree, disagree? Yeah, it's the thing. I got so comfortable with playing just, and even small things as you carry along, just realizing the impact of getting those ×2, ×3, ×1.5 even jokers, and then strategically putting them in the right place. Because I always thought of just get jokers that are +10, but no, get 1 or 2, and then if you play in the right way, you can times that by 3 if you pick the right hand and all those types of things. But yeah, you stepping aside and letting me, the nicest possible way, making an arse of it. I'm quite happy to be self-critical and all those types of words. Yeah, brought that to the forefront at the very least. I'm very conscious of the time because I'm saying to my parents I'm cooking tonight. Instead of cooking a lovely mushroom risotto. So would you say that it would be the first, not quite run, but you go small blind, big blind, boss? Yeah, probably. So in the, how many runs? So my definition of a run is a small blind, big blind, boss. Would you say to give it to then focus in on, right, I'm focusing on 2 pairs or whatever? Would you say one boss fight, if you will, or 2? If you follow my question, it's the how quickly should I decide? Yeah. Right, okay. So yeah, so I am gonna head off. I'm just sort of talking out loud. It's the, not about Balatro, just stream in general. It's the, yeah, it's the, let the jokers dictate what hand you focus in on. Then, as you rightly say, with like tarot cards, build the deck based on what jokers you get, especially the mults, presumably the ×2 jokers, and then But yeah, it's just realizing the stream. It's just pivoting to talking about stream. Just realizing that when it's myself, say it was myself, yourself, Meep, and Hiss, whenever he came about and then left, it's really just realizing you need to start putting clips out there and stop being so paranoid of are they entertaining enough, and just start posting stuff out there and then get a couple more people coming in. That's the thing I need to remind myself naturally, is in, not to get too, not soppy, but bohemian or whatever, it's in coming from the lows that I've come from. Yeah, it's the, I know, I knew what you meant, but it's just like, you can't help thinking, just human nature, just thinking of the person you were and letting anxiety filter into the clips that I post out. And but even I remember when you sort of said a couple of streams ago, when you said that you thought that I should have more viewers, and I did, and but yeah, it's nice to hear. But it's yeah, just realizing. And then if I can get to a certain point where then, as Meep was saying about not streaming with multiple people that don't know I'm streaming, that topic from earlier, if I can then get to a certain point where other streamers pop in and then they all know the drill, and then I can make fun about my rod to them when they're game for it. Yeah, I just need to get over myself and just start posting clips, essentially. Still think I've got my watches up here on here. Except so. So back to this. I just changed that to, I still have the watches up, don't worry. But of the Soyosas, this one, I'm coming around to liking this one out of the 4. That to me is too bland. That's more of a statement piece. Really? 1 second. There we go. Thank you. For some reason, I just clicked on my OBS thing and it just got into gear. So if we ignore this one, because the PR100 and the Soyosas are essentially in the same price bracket, right? Of the Soyosas, I like this one. It's a nice blue. It's clean, classic. In my mind, can sort of, it's more adaptable to different outfits. But yeah, out of these 4, I like this shade. These are similar shades, even though this is sleeker. I don't know. This one feels like it's got more. The Soyosa has more going to it than this one. This seems a bit bland. Do you know what I mean? This one feels a bit, not a bit lifeless, but do you know what I mean? That one's got a bit more depth to it. So then the question is, because this one is the better one out of the 4, then it then becomes, do I want to spend a bit more on this? And that's the question. Without the money, anyone, which one do you prefer? I am thinking. I'm leaning this one, you know. They're both really nice. Yeah, if they're both the same price, which one are you getting? I'm leaning this way, but it's not a big landslide. Yeah, but I really it's between the two. I realize I got the same tab open twice. That's good. It's your birthday. There's not much to it. Treat yourself. You're gonna get the use for it. Not way of thinking. Yeah, that's the thing. Just clarifying which one I love, because currently it's a semi toss up, but at that price I want to be convinced. I'm not 100% convinced. I'm not raking in money just yet. Based on, actually, I'm not going to make that joke. That's a past habit that I have moved on from. If I imagine you'd be able to, I don't want to loosen the bearings by putting a watch on my right wrist. Thank you very much. I've had my teen years of strengthening my right wrist. So yeah, you've got what joke I was trying to say. Those ones where if you want to get your steps up, you get those smartwatches with steps on, and you put it on the right wrist, and yeah, you can get your steps without moving your legs. Who'd have thought it? Anyway, yeah, that one just seems a bit lifeless, doesn't it? I probably should. Good point. It's nice knowing you. See you never. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's been very helpful. I will be live around this time tomorrow, around 1, 2 o'clock. Love to see you there. If you're not, great. If you're not, fair enough. More like it. Good evening. I'm going to go. Okay, fair enough. I probably won't. What shift are you doing tomorrow? Probably doing a full day then, presumably, or 12/4, educated guess. Yeah, the midday ones. Yeah, cool. Probably won't see you then. But knowing your management today, they may make an ass of it, and then yeah. But if I don't see you tomorrow, be live same 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Cool. Have a good afternoon or evening or morning, wherever you are. Take care. See you.